We're Caroline and Ian, a British couple who have given up work, given away our possessions and are on a full life van tour and our 5th winter.
So come and join us and see how Christian faith and van life work together.
In the UK,
Yay!
we're back home on a wing and a prayer. Hello everybody, long time no see. So we thought that we'd just do a little catch-up video. The reason we haven't been doing any videos is because basically we've had nothing to show you at all. Why is that?
Well, we've been spending a lot of time with the family and stuff, so apart from keep going out eating and stuff, so I'm putting some weight on.
In all the wrong places, like myself.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of catching up with the family and things, so it's not really been going anywhere. So, yeah, here we are. We're stuck out, my love.
We are. But we wanted to say a big thank you. A lot of people have been concerned because we haven't put a vlog out. Just checking up on us, making sure we're well and we're happy. We are very, very well and we are very, very happy. Almost.
Yeah.
Contentment almost complete. Delilah's very well as well. She's definitely enjoying running around in the countryside.
Yep, so everybody's been asking, have you got that passport yet? Well, unfortunately, that's the problem.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I was granted Irish citizenship, and that meant that I was then entitled to an Irish passport.
Oh,
Now the now the citizenship has taken about 18 months to come through. And that was great, and they said, oh, there'll be no hassle with your passport. Unfortunately, we have encountered hassle with the passport, and it's now due to be issued. We started the process 27th of December and it is now due to be issued on the 4th of March. So we're on the last lap. Couple more weeks, Mr. A.
I know, getting there, almost getting there. Yep. So thank you to everybody who's really concerned. And as I say, it's just technical difficulties and various other problems that has caused the passport to wait a while. The other problem is that you could have said we actually left the EU. When did we leave, my love?
So we left Bulgaria on the 13th of September and we entered England on the 23rd of October. So we spent 6 weeks travelling back, and that then entitled us to return back to Europe on the 20th of January.
I can't count. Yes.
The 20th of January.
And we're now in February and we're just about ready to join March.
Yes.
So you might think, well, why don't you just go out anyway? The reason is that when Caroline sent off for her Irish passport, one of the evidences that they had to show was the English passport. So you are without passport. She did say I could go.
I offered Mr. A to drive back on his own with the dog.
Oh, with the dog.
Well, I couldn't take him on a plane. And then I would catch him up at the other side on a plane. But no, as his co-pilot, he was quite sure that I should stay with him.
Of course, my dear.
Which is so kind.
Yes, well, you have the internet connection and everything else, so I wouldn't get very far, would I? I'd get well lost.
So we've spent a lot of time while we've been hanging around getting the van sorted. So we've done a massive clean out, emptied all the cupboards. We've bought some of them vacuum bags, haven't we?
Yeah, but every I can't say it. Every vacuum bag that we've bought has been really big, and we only
Huge.
want little ones.
Yeah, I think they're for quilts or something, so they're too big to go underneath. Anyway, we've found some. We've sucked everything down to small sizes. The reason is because when we left England, sorry, that's Delilah in the background, having a drink of water. When we left England originally, we put a few very, very precious things of ours into storage. And so we've now brought that out of storage, and we need to take that back with us. These are things that I have stored. 2 great big statues, 2 chairs, 1 sewing machine.
Sounds like a generation game, doesn't
Quite a lot of material. What have you stored, Mr. Ray?
Have you got a cuddly toy along with that?
Photographs, certificates. Yeah, what have you stored, Mr. Ray?
Oh, well, I've stored... I've ended up with 4 guitars.
Yes. As well as the ones he's already got in Bulgaria.
Yeah. 2 amplifiers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Foot pedals.
Oh, yes, I got one for my birthday, thank you.
Foot pedals as well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So there's a fair bit of... who went and got carpets?
That was me. I've bought a couple of carpets to take back. There's not carpets, but very large rugs.
Got no room in the van, but you go and buy carpet.
The reason is because we live in a concrete house. Very unusual. I've never lived in a concrete house before, and it's not something really we do a lot in England, concrete houses. The floors are cold. They're really cold. So I did find some very, very good wool carpets.
Yeah, but that's a blessing in the summer, though, isn't it, when it gets really warm?
It is. We need no air conditioning at all because it's lovely and cool. And actually, once it's warmed up, it's not bad, but the floors are cold. I've just thought of what else I've got to take back, Mr. Ray.
Cool.
So I don't know if you followed our trip to Northumberland, but while
yes.
we were there, those beautiful alpacas that we saw, I asked the guy, what do you do with your alpaca wool? And he said, oh, funny you should say that. I've got some in the shed. Would you like it? And I said, oh, that'd be great with all my crafting. When we came back,
You thought it was going to be balls of alpaca wool, didn't you?
No, I did know I would have to treat it, but I thought it'll be a couple of carrier bags full. No, it's actually like 2 double quilt bags full of it. It's huge. It's very, very heavy. It's so lovely. It's so fluffy.
It's not for Delilah, because every time that you keep sorting some out, there's black all over the floor, and she thinks that she's going to get blamed for it.
Yeah. So we now have to spend our time working out how we are going to transport all of this back and be comfortable in the van and be safe in the van.
Got to bring back my tea bags as well.
That's
Could do with a trailer for that, I think.
And that is the other thing. So while we're here, we're taking things back that we can't get in Bulgaria. So I have a list. My list is custard powder. They don't do custard, so I can make loads of custard. Custard powder, Branston pickle, Weetabix, corned beef, spam. I do like a spam butty.
You're a woman of small taste, aren't you, really?
I don't need a lot in life. Yeah, I think that's it for me. What about you, Mr. A?
Well, I'm just covering the van full of sports mixtures and licorice tablets, aren't I?
And Yorkshire tea bags.
You can't get licorice over there. Not proper.
No.
I mean, licorice all sorts isn't proper licorice. That's dirty, that.
So these are the things that have all got to come back with us. So that will be entertaining, and we will definitely show you what it looks like when we have filled the van.
Well, most of the stuff's going up in the bedded area, isn't it? And then and then we're going to have to get the other bed out. So the weird thing is, we were thinking about it. What we're going to do is we're going to use the door that you get in at the front, where the steering wheel is. We're going to use that as our exit.
The cab.
The cab, yes, through the cab, and then through the side door. And as long as we can get through the side door, the rest of it's going to all be for storage.
Yeah.
Well,
So we're thinking up there in the nest will be filled with heavy stuff. Here where we're sitting, the bed will be pulled out. Stuff can go under it and on top of it.
Like rugs.
And tea bags and guitars. But we will need to keep a space for Delilah. And then down that end, we're going to try and keep it as clear as we can. We can sleep down that end on the big pull-out bed where the side of the van comes out. We can still access the kitchen and the toilet then. So how long do you think it's going to take us to get back, Mr. Ray?
Well, if you actually put it on Google, it actually says it's only going to take 1 day and 20 minutes.
I thought it was about 36 hours, I thought.
No, 1 day and...
Okay.
1 day. Anyway, but we're obviously not going to go flying back that fast.
No.
So we're thinking we're going to see if we can do it. So when we put a vlog on, keep your eye out for it. If we can do it, it would be leaving here in Cheshire and racing all the way down.
Did you just say Cheshire, darling?
Cheshire, yes. So I'd be racing from Cheshire all the way down to the tunnel and getting the train. Getting across the train, getting to Belgium, and we're hoping to get to Belgium in 1 day. We'll have to be up very, very early.
Very early, packed lunch, and also hot drinks in a flask.
And because we'll be flying down that, well, not flying, but because we'll be going as fast as we can down there, keeping to the speed limits, obviously. But because we'll be going down there, we will probably spend a day or two in Belgium,
yeah.
Just to recuperate, and then we're heading through Germany, Hungary, yes, very hungry, thank you, yes, and then making our way to Romania.
Yes.
And we're going to spend a day or two with Lizzie.
I'd like 2 days, please.
So I'm actually counting on it probably taking about, I'd say about 10 days. 10 days doing it properly, safely.
7.
No, forget you 7. 10 days. 10 days. 10 days. It took us nearly
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we went to 10 countries. We were wandering.
We were wandering around thinking we had loads of time to spare.
This time we are not wandering. We are going straight back home. So we have actually now been out of the house for over 6 months, and it's worth waiting for. Once we get the Irish passport, we will apply for residency, which will mean that we do not have to leave Bulgaria at all, except when we want to.
We're waiting for the snow to go, aren't we? That's what we're doing, really.
Yeah, they've had a really bad patch. So they've had thick snow that fell, and then because the temperatures have been so low, up to minus 15 degrees in some places, but around minus 8, 9 in our village. The snow hasn't melted, so very thick snow still remains there.
It is. It's the worst amount of snow that we've had for a few years, actually.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So when we came out in last March, when we did our island hop and we left in March to go to Greece, I don't know if you remember it, we were wanting to see the storks, and so we're hoping that we get back before the storks arrive, but I think the storks are going to come first.
I do as well.
Yeah. So thank you very, very much for staying with us, even when there's big gaps in the content. And join us, please, hopefully next week, when you'll see the van full of all our belongings.
Tat.
It's not tat. I've stored this for 4 years. Our belongings, and waving goodbye to the UK, our precious family and friends. And we'll see you on the other side.
Here's hoping.